I had already begun to question a lot of the things which were being taught to me as a Catholic. Things that I had my doubts about, things that I was unhappy with. For example, in Catholicism, the first commandment states quite clearly that I am the Lord thy God. Okay? Now, my question at that time was, if there is only one God, where does the Trinity come from?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
There is no God but the one God worthy of worship. This being the fundamental belief shared by over 1.5 billion people around the world. This is the message of Islam. In today's society, it's almost impossible not to hear the word Islam or Muslims mentioned in any form of media. Over the past decade, Islam was thrown into a spotlight of controversy, getting the attention of millions around the world at a rate that had never been witnessed before. Yet it's phenomenal how so many people from different cultures, backgrounds and races could brush off the misconceptions and stereotypes surrounding Islam to uncover its true meaning in a message so simple yet so powerful, a message revealed to the world 1400 years ago. Our curiosity led us to conduct a series of interviews across Ireland with local Irish Muslims who shared with us their journey to Islam.
My name is Mohammad.
My name is Ahmed Ali.
My name is Gavin, or if you want to call me Abdul Hamid.
I've lived in Ireland for all my life, and I've reverted over 5 years ago to Islam. Ever since I have done that, I've never looked back.
And I'm from Dublin, and I was born in 1979, and I'm nearly 33, and I'm an Irishman.
I live in Greenore, County Louth.
My life was sort of mediocre. I wasn't following my religion. I was Christian. I was born Catholic, into Catholicism, and I wasn't really following my religion. I was up till about maybe 12 or 14 years of age, but after that I fell out of it. I didn't really follow the true meaning of Christianity. I sort of pulled away from it. I didn't believe in it anymore. I don't know why, I just didn't.
Okay, and the more I questioned, the more questions I had. There was a part in the Bible where the prophet Jesus, the prophet Isa, he went for 40 days into the desert, and Shaitan appeared to him, and Shaitan said to him, everything that you can see in front of you, if you give up this religion, if you give up worshipping this God, I will give you everything that you can see. Now my question was, if Jesus was the Son of God, then he created everything, so how can Shaitan give him something which Jesus had already created? Again, this was a question that people weren't able to answer for me.
I grew up in Dublin, in the Roman Catholic Church, and I was very much keen on becoming a priest. I wanted to, when I was a teenager, I really was inspired by the example of the monks and the nuns in the Roman Catholic Church. I wanted to go to a monastery to read the Bible and learn about God.
Also, I began to have doubts about what they call the infallibility of the Pope. You know, they say in Catholicism that the Pope can do no wrong, that he's always right. And I questioned that. And over that period of time, I began to move away further and further from Catholicism. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose like, doubting my own beliefs would be the fact that no one actually came forward to tell me that this was the right religion or that was the right religion, and no one actually explained everything to me. Okay, it was taught in school, but not in the same sense of being accepted and allowing to get a grip with it. You know, I can't really put a fine point on it. I suppose I just didn't believe in it anymore. I had major serious doubts. Asking questions, wasn't getting any answers.
Unfortunately, when I went to the monastery, they said I was too young. They said I was too young. I was 17 and I should come back when I was 25. So that was very disappointing to me at the time. And when I got the information, I basically continued with my life and moved into a new situation where I was working in a factory and things like that.
I tried to live like a good human being. I tried to help people. I tried to watch people so that I could help them before they asked me to give them the help. Okay, so I was trying to take the good things from the religion that I had found, but that I had been born into, but also I was trying to take things from common sense, things which were natural to me, natural like breathing, to be nice to people, to be good to people, to be honest. So over that period of time before Islam, the first part was Catholicism, the second part was just trying to live a good life as a human being.
Doubting my own beliefs would be the fact that no one actually came forward to tell me that this was the right religion or that was the right religion, and no one actually explained everything to me. Okay, it was taught in school, but not in the same sense of being accepted and allowing to get a grip with it. You know, I can't really put a fine point on it. I suppose I just didn't believe in it anymore. I had major serious doubts.
My introduction to Islam came out of the blue. I was travelling in India. I was working here in this area and I had 6 weeks holiday, so I stayed for 5 or 6 days in New Delhi, in the old part of New Delhi, which is a Muslim area. I had a long train journey in front of me. I wanted a book to read. The only book I brought with me was a travel guide, and I was fed up reading this travel guide. So I wanted to buy a book for this long train journey. It was a 12-hour journey. So I went into the Muslim market and I had no interest in religion. I knew nothing about Islam. I knew nothing about the Prophet Mohammad s.w.t. I had no religious baggage, if you like, but I just wanted to buy a book, a detective novel, a love story, anything just to entertain me for the train journey. But the only bookshop in this market, the only books he sold was Quran. And the man in the shop, he'd seen me through the window. I walked past and I went to look for another bookshop, and he saw me. I walked past again, and the second time he waved out the window to me, and the third time when I walked past his shop, he called me in. So I said to him, I want a book, do you have anything in English? He said yes. And he reached for a book. He showed me the book. It was Quran. It was half English, half Arabic. So I bought the book. I paid the man. He put it in a brown paper bag, I went back to the hotel, I got my stuff organised into the railway station, and I got on the train and I sat down in my air-conditioned chair and I reached for my book. I lifted it out and I opened it, and it opened at Surah Maryam, and I began to read Surah Maryam. And because of the things which I had disbelieved in Catholicism, okay, one of the things, for instance, I couldn't make any sense of. In Catholicism they talk about St. Joseph, who was supposedly the husband of the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus. And I couldn't understand how the Virgin Mary could be married and yet remain a virgin. You understand? So this was one of the difficulties for me. But when I read Surah Maryam, I knew that what I was reading was the truth. I absolutely knew it was the truth. And for the 12-hour journey, I didn't sleep. I read for 12 hours.